So in a couple of seconds, you guys are going to see my new intro. Let me know what you think about it, how you like it, and yeah, let's show it off. What's up, everybody? My mystical watermelons, thank you guys for joining me today, and we are going to be going over top 10 characters in Naruto Blazing. But I'm not here by myself, I'm here with my buddy Hiro. Say what's up.
What's going on, guys? I'm Hiro. Most of you guys probably already know me, but what's up? What's up? Alright.
So me and Hiro haven't done a video like ever in a long time. We've always been on each other's streams, but we've never really done a video together. So you know, it's finally time to join together, join forces, and make a nice video. So today we're going to be going over 10 to 6, most likely. If this goes short, we'll do 5 to 1 in here also, but more often, like, chances are it'll be 2 parts, 10 to 6 over here, 5 to 1 in another video. So that'll probably come out tomorrow.
Yep.
So let's start off with our number 10, and the way we're gonna do it is not so normally if we agreed on every single thing, there wouldn't really be a need to have 2 people here, but the thing is we don't agree on every single position, which is why it makes this video a little bit more interesting. It gives you each of our own opinions on why we think certain characters belong certain places. And the other thing, before we start, this tier list is by no means a, you know, like, rigid thing that you must follow, and since we spoke it means that this is the absolute most best tier list in the world and this is the exact way to go. No, these are our opinions, and everyone's. If you want to put, like, you know, you want to put Shizune as #1 character in the game, you can do it. Just back it up, but you can do it.
Yeah.
Right? So before people start flaming in the comment sections that, well, garbage tier list, 1, I'm not gonna care, and 2, it serves no purpose because it's an opinion.
Me on Twitter, haters. I'm coming for you. Alright.
So let's get started. Number 10, we both agree on this one. We have Sasori, Eternal Art. So, why do you think he's number 10, or qualified to be on the tier list to begin with?
Alright, so he's a character that's very similar to Neji, you know, being the same as skill as Neji, but also his jutsus are actually really strong, not only for Phantom Castle, but also for regular raids. You know, he's got the 4 times attack for 5 chakra, which is pretty good if you look at the other characters. And yeah, so also the slip damage, which is actually a big thing going up against, like, big bosses. So yeah, that's a big plus on my part.
Then you also have the same reasoning. His ultimate jutsu is like 8 times attack to all enemies, and 8 times multiplier is pretty strong, right? You see 8 times multiplier for people who have that on, like, 1 against 1 enemy, right? And this is 8 times to all enemies, and then you still have the slip damage on top of that.
Yeah.
His buddy skill reduces damage by 15%. On top of that, he just has good stats, right? About 1700 attack and 1850. No, sorry, 1700 health and 1850 attack.
Yeah.
And this is no limit broken. So there's always a chance in the future down the line he could get a limit break too. And no one is like, I can't even say that there's a character in this game that won't get a limit break anymore, because after they limit broke Rock Lee, I'm like, okay, well, I don't know what this game's doing anymore.
Yeah, everyone's up in the air right now. So
there's always that chance. So I guess we'll move on to number 9 now. We both agree on this one, Shikaku Gaara. And before, you know, people are like, what the hell? We're looking at his limit broken stats, and if you don't know what those are, his health is 1818, and his attack is 2258 before pills. And he is a mid-range unit, reduces damage by 10 to 15% on his field skill, and reduces damage by 15% on his buddy skill. So he is solid, right? There's nothing about this character that is useless in a sense, right? There's no, like, for example, something I'd consider useless, like a buddy skill that's, you know, reduces chance of being sealed by 20 to 25%. Zabuza, for example, right?
Yeah.
I consider that it's situational, and when it's useful, like the small percentage of the time that it could actually be used is like not worth it. But Gaara, for example, his field and buddy skill are always in use, and on top of that, he has the highest damage for a mid-range unit. So, anything else you want to add in?
I want to also say how his jutsus work. So his 6 chakra jutsu, the first one is a 4 times attack to one enemy, and his second jutsu is a 6 time attack to all enemies, and it's a huge range. So essentially, if you want to go, let's say, up against a boss, you do 2 single first jutsu attacks, which would do 8 times damage, which is more than the 12 times chakra damage. But I mean, if you want to go against mobs, then you choose the second one. So I like how it's like that, you know? There's different ways.
And his ultimate jutsu just clears anything. There's like not a single mob in this game that will take a hit and live. Right? Because he's not weak against any unit, since he's wisdom type.
Yeah.
So it's always, and it's huge, the range, right? It takes up like a third of the screen.
Yeah.
So it's the same, for those of you who don't know, it's the same as Rin or Deidara. They have the same exact range for their ultimate jutsu. So that covers Gaara. Well, I think
it's perfect. Yeah.
So number 8, this is where we start to disagree. And it's not by much, it's the next 2 we have switched, right?
Should we talk about both of the spaces then?
I guess. So this would be number 8 and 7. For number 8, Hiro has Rin, and I have Sakura. And then for number 7, it's reverse. Hiro has Sakura, I have Rin. So why don't you go over why you prefer Sakura over Rin?
Alright, so the main thing for me is the long range healing. So I know how Rin has the AoE attack, which is pretty useful in sometimes, but personally I would rather have the long range healing and not get cluttered up and, you know, chance to get like destroyed in one hit. But you know, that's just my experience with it.
Okay, so the reason I have Rin is because, one, it's like all the healers, so Tsunade, Rin, and Sakura, I own all 3 of them, right? And Rin's the only one where I actually use her ultimate jutsu. Right?
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
8 chakra, and it's the same exact Shikaku. It's literally Shikaku Gaara ultimate, right? 6 times attack to body damage to all enemies, and it's 8 chakra versus 12 chakra. Right? So for 8 chakra, you get a nuke. Essentially, you walk into a new map, you clear every single person off, or you know, choose to leave one or whatever, and then you can farm back her normal jutsu. And even though it's short range, so Sakura's heal is 3150 and it's long range, and Rin's is 3000 and it's short range. So Rin loses 150 health and also loses what is it? Range. So right, so she loses in the healing part, but I think she's like Sakura's a better healer, and I give her that. I think Rin's an overall better character, just because of her flexibility. Like, I've never used Sakura jutsu once in my life.
I haven't either.
So,
but I also want to say, Sakura is also a pretty good stall unit because you can put her in the buddy position where her buddy skill occurs, and you can heal off that. But yeah, go on.
Yeah, she also has the strongest buddy heal at 150 HP, which is really cool. But I guess Rin has 15% chance of dodging an attack, which is good, but it isn't as useful as Sakura's. I'll give her that. And then the field skill, I don't think Sakura's is that useful. It reduces chance of being immobilized by 20 to 25%, and Rin's reduces damage from skill enemies by 15 to 20%. They're both situational, but I think Rin's is better.
Well, I looked at it as a healer point of but yeah.
So I agree that Sakura is a better healer, but I think Rin is a better character because of her ultimate. But that's, you know, like I said, that's my opinion.
Yeah.
So at number 6, we have Minato. We both agree on this one, and for those of you who are wondering why isn't he higher, alright, because 6 seems kind of low for Minato. For those of you who don't understand, I guess how we view him. So Minato is a very broken character in design, right? Now, if you understand the trend of how characters are made in this game, short-range characters tend to have the highest stats since they have the lowest amount of reach. Mid-range, you know, they gain each time you go up in range, you decrease your stats, right? So that's the balance point. Higher range, lower stats. Now Minato, for some reason, has higher damage and health than any long-range person, and his attack range is vast, so it's even bigger than long.
Yeah.
So it's weird. He has the stats of a good mid-range unit, and then while having like double their range.
I mean, with this new limit break, it kind of tosses everybody up, you know? Like, mid-range, like, the regular would be around 1800 now, let's say. You know, so I feel like with this new limit break, it pushed Minato down a lot. Like,
yeah, that's true.
Before, I think he'd be, you know, top 5, somewhere in between there, but with this limit break, it brought him down pretty far. Because, you know, he pretty much is a vast range damage dealer. That's his main, like, shine, I guess. But with everybody else new limit break, it brings him down.
Yeah, everyone's been getting a lot of buffs, which pushes him down. But the other reason is that you'll see when so it's already looks like we're already about 11 minutes in, so we'll do 5 to 1 in another video, in the next video. But you'll see that 5 to 1, the characters that we have, majority of them, well, let's see, our numbers 5, 4, and 3 can all limit break, and then 2 and 1 can't. But you know, it's not like you'll see when you watch that part why we have Minato low, and we'll go over it more. But Minato, on top, like, he's a good character, but the new limit break pushes him back a little bit, and on top of that, he just does damage and nothing but damage, and that's nice and everything, but it doesn't fit in this game that much, right? Healers and stallers, they're a lot more valuable, I guess. Healers not as much, because same reason as before. You'll understand in the top 5 if you watch it, but stallers are really good in this game. So there's no reason, like, there's no, I don't want to say, like, I don't know how to explain it. There's no real, like, reason.
It's irrelevant at the moment.
Yeah, it's like
what we're trying to say.
Exactly. Damage isn't a necessary function or feature in this game besides having a nuke if you want to one-shot people. But other than that, you don't really need too much damage, because you can just out-sustain everything, right? Out-heal, out-immobilize everyone.
Yeah. To
the point where you just keep on doing it, and you can whittle them down. There's no time limit in this game either, right? If there was a time limit, that would change everything. But because of that, you can just play a mission and take an hour on it, but it doesn't mean that, right, you can get it done without any damage dealers.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes over why we have Minato at 6, and that will be the tier list from 10 to 6. So part 1 of the tier list, the first 5, and then the next 5 will be in the next part. So be sure to check that out. That'll probably be out tomorrow. And I think that about covers everything. Do you want to say anything else, Hiro?
No. I mean, I can already feel all the roasting comments saying, "Yo, Minato, what are you doing to me, man?" Like, I can see it right now. But that's gonna be it for my part.
That's more of like a fanboy thing, right? People want to see Minato at the top, and I understand that. But the people, it's like, think about it this way, right? If people just say like Minato's good, this tier list is trash, I could care less. Like, if you provide me an actual reason as to why you think Minato should be higher, you know, I'd love to read that. I just hate people who's like, "Oh, this is garbage. He's so much better. All the other characters suck." It's like, delete comment. That's really
damn. Yeah, but I feel you on that.
But thank you guys for tuning in. Be more mystical watermelons. Enjoy your life. Be your inner mystic.
Yeah.
And make sure to go check out Hiro's channel, even though like 99% of you will probably know him already.
Links below.
Yeah, links always below. Now we gotta put the cards, we gotta put the annotations, we got everything going. I'm not gonna do that, but link will be down below. Go check out his channel, and we'll see you in the next video.
Alright, peace out, guys.